Namaste, everyone. Please close your eyes, put your hands in prayer position to the center of your heart, and breathe with me and chant the sound of Om. Breathe in. Om. And breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your nose. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just continue breathing in your own rhythm and listen to the chant. Adgurai Namahe, Jurat Gurai Namahe, Satgurai Namahe, Siri Guru Devai Name. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Please drop your hands. Place the palms of your hands to your eyes. Slowly open your eyes and slowly release your hands. Hi everyone, it's Frederique here. And today we are going to do my favorite pose, which is the Matsyasana, or the fish pose as it's called in English. So why is it my favorite pose? Because simply when I was doing my teacher training Kundalini course, we did this pose at one stage and it brought me so much. It just felt fantastic. So I am doing this pose every single day during my daily practice. And let me tell you a little bit about the background of the pose. So what is Matsai? Now actually Matsai is fish in Sanskrit. And there is a whole story behind it in the old Hindu history. So actually the Matsai was the incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And when the world was flooding, he changed himself into a fish and he called it Matsai. And what he did was he carried the Hindu sages to save the earth from flooding and destroying itself. So that's a little bit about the background, why it's called Matsai, Matsyasana, and a little bit of the history about it. And it's actually called the destroyer of all diseases. So really guys, I mean, doing one posture a day that destroys all the diseases, that is amazing, right? I find it amazing. And why does it destroy all the diseases? Well, let me explain you a little bit more about that, because what you're doing is you're stretching your intestines. You're actually stretching your abdominal organs. If you're suffering from constipation, and this is a fantastic pose, and if you want to make it a little bit more intense, if you're really suffering from constipation, then first of all, drink a couple of glasses, like 2 or 3 glasses of water before the practice, and then do this posture. That will really, really help. It's really good for asthma and bronchitis because you really stretch this part of your body. So it means that when you're breathing, you can breathe freely and all the oxygen can get through all the parts of your lungs. So that's also fantastic if you're suffering from asthma and bronchitis. And it helps with backaches because we're stretching the spine. So if you're finding yourself sitting the whole day after your desk, behind your desk, I have it. I'm all day sitting behind my desk on my computer like this, then this is a fantastic stretch to actually stretch your back and your spine. And why is it called the destroyer of all the diseases? Because this one is actually boosting your immune system. By doing this exercise, what happens is that you actually stimulate your thyroid gland and your thymus. And those two are helping in your immune system. So yeah, basically you have to do this every single day because there is so much benefit. Okay, if you're suffering from a heart disease or high blood pressure or a hernia, or you are pregnant, then don't do this posture. Then it's not good for you. So, but otherwise, it's a great practice. Okay, we're going to use two bandhas for this practice, the Mula Bandha and the Uddiyana Bandha. And this one is actually a really good pre-pose for if you're going into the camel pose. So with Kundalini, you make a lot of use of the Uttanasana. It's a really important posture for Kundalini. And this you could do pre to the Uttanasana. Why? Because it's actually stretching your spine already, making your spine ready to actually get into that camel pose. And if you're into chakras, guys, this one opens up your heart and your throat. So, enough of the talk, let's do some practice. Okay, let's get down on the mat. And let's first of all focus a little bit on the sitting and your posture when you're on the mat. So first of all, make sure that your thighs are really connected to the mat and the upper part of your legs are connected to the mat. And then your feet. So your feet and your toes should be flexed like this. So not like this, but like this. So make sure that this is the starting position that you're in. The posture that we're going to do, the Matsyasana, is the one for the beginners. And this is actually, for some beginners, maybe already too complicated or too much pressure on your neck or your back if you're not used to doing these sort of practices. So that's no problem, because in a minute I'm going to show you other things that you could do to actually do this posture, but with a little help from a bolster or a block. So then we have to get down to the mat with our back. And don't just jerk it like this, because that's really, really bad for your neck and your spine. So what you do is you put your upper arms on the mat, first of all, like this. And then you gradually, slowly come back to the mat. And just feel how you're feeling on the mat for a minute. You know, what is your back telling you? What is your upper back telling you? Okay. And then once again, make sure that your legs are pressed together. So that's the first thing, and that your feet are flexed, your toes are flexed. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our palms and we're going to shove them under your buttocks like this. And now, if you would move your mouth a little bit like this, you already feel like a fish, you know? Yeah, okay. Enough of the funny things. Okay, then we have to get up, because the posture is that I'm getting my head on the mat. I'm stretching my spine and I'm getting my head on the mat. Now, once again, don't jerk this. So don't jerk with your spine like this. It's really bad for your neck and really bad for your spine. So once again, we're going to do this gradually. First of all, get up on the upper part or the below part of your arms like this. And then gradually place your head on the mat like this. Now, if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you could release the hands, put them back, and put your thumbs on the third eye like this. If you have long hair like me, then you sometimes have to do a little bit like this, because you're actually sliding away because of your hair anyway. And what we're going to do here now is breathe in through the nose. and breathe out. And you can also use the sound of Om like this. If you're starting with this position, probably you will be able to do it like 15 seconds. Now let's get safely out of the posture. First, release your hands down to the ground. Then press again in the arms. Bring your head up. And then slowly get your head on the floor, like this. Okay, and then if you want to get up again, use your arms like this, and we're back to the starting position. Okay, if this is too much for you, or you are not able to get your head really back on the floor, you can use a block. You have to play a little bit with the block to see it's somewhere beneath your shoulder blades that you should place the block, but you have to play a little bit with it. So something like this. And then you go back once again, feet together, and flexed, of course. And then you go like this. And this is fantastic. I mean, I could lie here for like 20 minutes, but I'm not going to do that because you've got other things to do. And once again, get up gradually. No jerking. That's important. If this is still too much, then there is another variation, and you can get your bolster, if you have one, a bolster, and then just lie on the bolster like this. So you sit on it, you bring your back to the bolster, and then your head is like this. And that is also a fantastic feeling, you know, releasing your lungs so you can breathe freely through your throat, which is fantastic once again if you have asthma or bronchitis. So like this. Okay, and then once again, get up gradually. No jerking around. So that was the posture. And I hope I inspired you to do this one every single day, because once again, it's the destroyer of all diseases, and it's a fantastic pose. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste. And have a fantastic day. See you soon.